Hello traders, good day to you all. This is Christopher Glen. Today it is the 23rd of October 2014. This is the daily market review for the current market status. First of all, let's say that we had a pretty nice outcome, just according to our perspective from the beginning of the week. We had a very quiet morning and basically we can say a very quiet week at the beginning, at Monday and Tuesday, when major announcements were really slow and not forming any kind of change, as we saw on the wholesale sales in the Canada over here on Monday, or even the Australian dollar wasn't really giving us a different GDP report from what was expected. But after that, Wednesday and today, Thursday, are definitely liquidized days. We saw that the Australian dollar lost a bit of strength yesterday, but again gained a lot of strength and still gaining a lot of strength right now. The New Zealand is losing a lot of strength as an outcome of yesterday's announcement. Late at night, we had an announcement regarding the New Zealand. But generally, yesterday we saw that's the bottom line. We saw the dollar regaining its strength, and the Canadian dollar, although lost a bit of strength on behalf of the core retail sales, still one of the strong currencies as for today. We can say that today we're still expecting to receive an announcement regarding the retail sales on behalf of the pound at 9:30 p.m. 9:30 a.m. That will be approximately 15 minutes from now, and after that, later at 1:30 p.m., we've got unemployment claims in the United States, and Bank of Canada will have a speech over there regarding the Canadian dollar. You can see that it was cancelled over here, so I wasn't informed, but at the moment it seems like this announcement was cancelled. Therefore, we can take it out of our calendar. And another announcement regarding the New Zealand, the trade balance in New Zealand, the equivalent point between importing and exporting will be announced later at night. Again, the New Zealand is really liquidized. And let's go and see what I'm talking about. There we go. This is a good indication for us when we're checking the New Zealand in front of the Japanese yen. As you can see, yesterday, because we had a bad announcement regarding the New Zealand, we had an enormous downtrend on behalf of the New Zealand in front of the Japanese yen and in front of other currencies. If you're familiar with our strategy, you can see that there's a very clean potential over here to see this chart dropping down very nicely. So I would definitely decide to invest the New Zealand for additional weakness. That is my expectation to see from the New Zealand today, and that is a good entry point for a continuance of a downtrend. Regarding the dollar, let's talk a bit about the dollar index. So the dollar index, again, my expectation from the beginning of the month was to see the dollar moving into a corrective pattern, because we had a very clean, let's go to a higher time frame, we had a very clean uptrend over here, very clean smooth uptrend. That is an impulse movement, and as always when we see an impulse movement, we're expecting to see a suitable corrective pattern, and here we got it, the A, the B and the C pattern, forming the completion of the fourth wave. Why I'm saying the fourth wave? Because we had 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right now it's climbing up. Now there's a big question over here, because that might be the A, the B and the C wave. So a bit of question over here regarding the continuance of an uptrend on behalf of the dollar. We might see the dollar changing its direction and starting to point down. But at the moment my aspect is that we'll see a stronger dollar in the market. Why? Because we're fluctuating around this trend line. You see that? Across and a close beyond the trend line on the daily chart will be a signal for me that indeed the dollar is climbing back up again. We can bounce on the trend line, below the trend line, and then continue lower. That is definitely the area where I will make a choice regarding the gold, regarding the continuance of the dollar in the markets, and that is the fluctuation point where whether it will close higher, I'll take a call option, strong liquidized movement toward the dollar, and the other way around, I'll take everything against the dollar. So that's a very crucial and difficult area to cross. But again, once we'll have a specific indication on behalf of the market, then we can take a trade according to this perspective. Let's move forward to other charts. I've been talking a bit about the gold and the silver. Obviously, they are correlated one to another. So the gold eventually crossed a very important trend line over here, continued lower. At the moment, this is the area where I'll make my choice. If the market will move below this point, which is $12.31 per ounce, I will take a continuance of a downtrend movement. That will be my assessment. And if the gold will cross this trend line above this corrective pattern, I will take an uptrend movement. As I said, the dollar at the moment is in a consolidation area, meaning that we need the market to make a decision whether we've got a larger amount of buyers or a larger amount of sellers as an outcome of the announcements, obviously. And we will have an announcement at 1:30 that will dictate this movement. So whether we'll cross the bottom line or the upper trend line, that will be my choice to take a call option, an uptrend, a long position above the trend line, or to take a downtrend movement on the gold below the trend line, below the 12.31. If you'd like to make an alarm on the chart, you should only click on the line itself and set alert on this line. Then once the market will reach the line, or this one, then it will give you a sound on the screen, and then you'll be able to actually know that the market reached the important areas, and then you can take a trade. The same thing going for the silver. The silver looks differently in terms of perspective. Again, let's go to a higher time frame. On the gold, we looked at an hourly chart. Let's do the same over here. So again, the silver looks very nicely for an uptrend. Why is that? Because we've received an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave is expected to climb back up again. So generally analyzing the gold and the silver, my assessment, only because of the elite wave, is that we will see a bit of weakness on behalf of the dollar. If we'll go back to the dollar index, let's try to find some logic behind it. So as I said, on behalf of the dollar index, the assessment is that we've received the completion of ABC, or that is just the A wave, now the B wave, and we will see a continuance of a downtrend on behalf of the C wave that will drop down to 84. That's the area that I'm expecting the dollar index to drop down to. Now it's two scenarios: whether the gold will drop down or climb back up again, and whether the dollar will lose strength or gain strength. They are all correlated, but at the moment the potential is in here: an uptrend cross and a downtrend, continuance of a downtrend till 84. That's two potentials. We will have to wait and see. If you'd like to place another trend line over here below this corrective pattern, this is daily chart. Even if we'll drop down a bit and cross this trend line, that will be a signal that indeed the market is crashing down toward the C wave, and then we'll be able to participate in trades against the dollar. Let's try to make an assessment regarding the dollar on behalf of the markets that own the major currencies. It's really important to open charts like this as well. On behalf of the Turkish, I can say that the potential is to climb up, no question about that. I've even stated that several days ago when I aimed toward a higher rate, and we should check the South African rand as well. South African rand looks like a continuance of a downtrend. Let's see what is the potential over here. Yeah, no question about that. The potential of the South African rand is to continue the downtrend movement until the 10.8 level. 10.8 level will be a good place to catch an uptrend, a divergence. So that is my target, to see the dollar losing strength on behalf of this chart and continuing lower until it will hit 10.8, and that will be a good place to catch an uptrend movement. I hope you are not confusing you. The thing is that the market is in a question. It has an enormous question mark on it, whether the market will climb up or drop down in terms of the dollar. and according to that we can make an assessment. But I gave you the tools to make the decision, to understand when things are happening and according to what you should participate in a trade. And that's very important. I'm sure that you'll find it very beneficial. I hope you all the trades that you'll take will be profitable. I wish you all the best with your trades. Have a pleasant day and bye bye.